Charlie Watkins?
That's right. I'm working in disguise.
Hi everybody, welcome. It's Halloween. Thus, I'm dressed like this. It took me quite a while. I got home at about 5 o'clock and continued dressing. It's now about 8:38. But I still wanted to make this video. I wanted to talk about my cross-dressing and the future I want to take with it. I guess I should add here that I was always an artistic person. I love to draw and I love to write stories. And for a little while in senior year, I wrote a few poems to attract someone that went somewhere. But I didn't really write poetry after that. And I certainly held off from drawing, but I wanted to mention that because later on, of course, I could be able to do this. Before I do that, let me go back in time. By the way, I have contouring, but the lighting is really blocking it out. So how did this all come about? Well, as a little boy, I was attracted to I Dream of Jeannie, I remember, and later Bewitched, and all sorts of women on TV. They had such glamorous clothing, and especially I was attracted to the supernatural women like mermaids and women that could do, like, that were telepathic. They could read minds. They had some kind of, I don't know, charm that made them very attractive. It was kind of a weird thing because as much as I was attracted to these very feminine women, I also wondered what it would be like. You know, I sort of fantasized about stepping into their shoes and seeing what it felt like. To tell you the truth, even back in middle school, I wanted to have a mermaid tail. And I was going through puberty, and I didn't really dress up so much as take old clothing and fabricate my own tail. But okay, going forward, okay, so my mom is like in her early 80s, and I could be able. That's when I started ordering things online, little things like, I don't remember what, I think I got a little makeup, and I certainly got some clothing. I still have some of that clothing. I haven't really gotten rid of any of my clothing. They talk about, I mean, for cross-dressers, or what I like to call them, female impersonators. At least I call myself a female impersonator. Cross-dressing seems to me just is merely the act, but I really want to put on an illusion. I want to look like an authentic woman. So, all right, so anyway, I kept this private and wasn't very mobile, so that gave me time. She never knew. She died in October 2019, I'm sorry, 2018. She was 85. Then around July, I got my car, and that gave me the freedom to be able to go to the shopping mall. I was thinking, I can do this. So I walked into Macy's and walked up to one of the counters, one of the saleswomen, and said, I'm a cross-dresser and I want to learn how to do makeup very well. I had no knowledge. So when you saw that photo of me, that was without any training. I think think I looked pretty good. All right, so she gave me some makeup, a little like she figured we together. She helped me figure out the shade of makeup or foundation or something. It wasn't that much, so I went back and I learned a little bit more. I kept learning. Oh, then soon I found out. I think it was that very same trip. May have been that same trip. I learned that Sephora had a something for transgenders, and I didn't care. I mean, to me, it's schooling, being schooled on makeup, right? So I went in. It was July 5th, I think 2021, and I went in, and I was expecting like a big class, right? But I was the only one there. So I came into Sephora in the mall and sat down, and I figured, right, this is my first chance. I mean, this is my only chance to be able to ask her questions or ask anybody questions, really. I know my voice is really off. I need practice. So anyway, she puts on all this makeup, and I'm asking all these questions, and about like 3 hours later or something, she's all done. And I take pictures of the makeup that she applied for reference with my iPhone. And I said, could you take it off? I really didn't want to go out. It's a mall. I'd be walking through the hallway, and I remember like, excuse me if my voice goes back to male. I'm trying to keep it up there. Anyway, I went through high school. I was called, I'm heterosexual. I'm totally heterosexual. But maybe, you know how guys can be. I just got name called, not so much gay, but, well, I think gay, it was like insinuation. And it really pissed me off because I'm very much not that way. It's not so much the name itself, it's the reputation. So anyway, I wanted her to wipe all this off. And she said, oh, why would you want to do that? So, all right, what's the worst that could happen, right? So I walked down the hall. Here I am wearing this man's jacket. It was still summer, July, but I wore a jacket and pants and men's shoes and regular hair. I didn't have any wig. And this makeup, women's makeup all over my face. Gee, I'm trusting that she did it well. I may put maybe a picture up here, right, of what I looked like. So that was July 5th, and I got better. I just kept practicing and going to those YouTube videos like Juliet Noir and so forth. And I watched Scarlett Business, who was also a cross-dresser. I'll show that here. And he was on America's Got Talent. And it was amazing, amazing. He's a contortionist, cross-dresser. And I went online, and I got a few. I caught Girl Time with Paola right here. And I probably came across Juliet Noir here. And I came across some cross-dressers, and I was really amazed by how good they looked. So I wanted to do that, and there's the challenge right there. I've been practicing, but I had not gone out. As far as I can remember, I'll work at it. I'm rusty. I'm sorry. I think I'm rusty. And then a friend of mine, a past friend of mine, I kind of reacquainted with. she looked at my, I would share my photo. Oh, yes, I was walking in the park, uh, and I would send her my photos, and she was rather impressed, and she said that it's time for me to go like outdoors, go beyond the park walk, and she said she talked about how I don't want to give out the name because that might give away where I live, even though I might have given it all away anyway in some other video. They're basically two nightclubs that are gay, transgender, queer friendly, and so she suggested one of those, and that made sense. Um, I still haven't gone to that one. I've gone to another one recently. I haven't gone to that one that she was suggesting. Maybe I might go. Um, so, all right. So to make a long story short, I did a lot of research and I kept improving every week, every chance, about every Saturday or something. I got a chance to do it better. And one of these photos, some of these photos, actually, I must have shared with somebody who then shared it with somebody who identifies as a woman, and that brought us together again. And so I started going to temple. Well, actually, I started on YouTube, Zoom, because they were still doing Zoom sessions, and I was already dressing up on Saturdays. So, hey, it's another opportunity to dress up, right? So they got to know me as my alter ego. Well, I'll give her name, Samantha. And I chose Samantha from Bewitched because she always looked elegant and she had supernatural powers. So, and she was very smart. She gave off this aura of being very smart. So that's why I picked Samantha as a name. And they got to know me as that. And so I started going to temple like this. Let me step back a little so you can see me better. There you go. And I'm trying to get. I'm wearing self-made hips right now, but I'm going to work on getting better hips. I'll get to that in a moment. Oh, and then the stunner of it all, I discovered this one crossdresser on Facebook. I'll put it right here. The person goes, it's a guy, the person goes by Michaela when in this, dressed up like this. And that just totally blew me away. And it gave me a new goal to up my skill. No, I know. I discovered a YouTube video of that had been posted of shots of Michaela, and the video was something like the crossdresser who took cross-dressing to the next level. Oh, I was so envious. I really wanted to do it that well. Okay, so I may be jumbling up things a little bit in terms of timeline, but about the same time I had sought out three things. I wanted to improve my voice, I wanted a voice training, voice feminization training, and I wanted to get a stylist to get good clothing, because up until this point I had just quickly gone into thrifty shops and bought some women's clothing. But I knew that, number one, I didn't have a lot of money, and I had only a short amount of space for my wardrobe, like in my closet there. So, I sought out a stylist, and I sought out makeup. I think makeup was the first thing. Um, and as long as I'm mentioning these names, I connected with Karen at Femme Fever, and she gave me some tips. She gave me some pretty useful tips on applying makeup and what not to do, more techniques. on how to put up makeup, and I sought out for clothes for voice feminization. I sought out Andrea James, and I scheduled a 1 hour phone session. She thought I was pretty good, and I mainly, primarily, I wanted somebody to just simply assess how my voice was and give me some tips on how to improve it individually. Not because it's one thing to watch videos on technique, but it's another thing, right, to have somebody really listen to you, how you speak. So I really wanted to improve. So Andrea James helped me with that, and I asked her some follow-up questions a week or something after that, and she gave me good to say. There's something called Eva. There are a couple of apps on my iPhone for testing your voice, and I was consistently getting in either the androgynous range or the feminine range, and I wanted to create this video partly to tell you how I did it. Right? So I got that. Women's voices are simply one pitch higher than men's voices, and I've been told that I tend to speak higher anyway, and I use more inflection. You know, a lot of these things that women use in their voices when they speak, I tend to do anyway. I'm not very effeminate, I guess, thank goodness, because I'm very much a guy, and I'm heterosexual. I feel like a broken record when I say that. See, my voice is going down anyway. I'll try to raise it up. Okay, so this is better. So, but my voice tends to inflect. So I also noticed specific things that women do when they speak, like just when I said there, technique, instead of a guy would say technique, but a woman would tend to say technique, and the ends of their words and sometimes the ends of their phrases tend to go up. And they also, in terms of mannerisms, they tend to be more flow. They have more flow when they speak. And they're much more expressive when they speak, which is pretty good for the face muscles. So it's all good. I also noticed K's are emphasized more or stronger when women speak, and I noticed the and. Women's ands tend to sound more nasally, and S's are more pronounced. So, and they speak softer. They only the voice box for a woman is only up here, and they don't have the longer one that a man has. So anyway, so I've been practicing, and I would read and get in that Eva app. It would tend to go in the feminine range more often. All right, so that's Andrea James with the voice feminization when I'm practicing anyway. And a stylist, they created a lookbook. I hope I get this right. It's Fox and Phoenix? No, Hanger and Phoenix. I hope I'm not screwing. Please be good on me if I'm screwing this up. And they're very good. I think it was Julie. I can't remember the other one's name. Anyway, so they gave me a lookbook based on my preferences. And I like mermaids, and I'm so happy they gave me a lookbook, and one of them had a green dress on it, and little mermaid necklace and so forth. So I really like that. But anyway, I bought a lot of the clothing there. And not at them. I mean, the lookbook pointed me to places like Torrid and other places I don't remember. And I would buy it online there. And I was still going to the mall and bugging people at Ulta about makeup tips and showing, really much to show off. Okay, so where does that leave us now? I think my makeup is pretty good. I think it's presentable. I've got a good good wardrobe, and but I'm working on my voice. I've got to work on my voice. Oh, I went to the doctor and for a regular checkup, and my BMI. I really want to lose weight. Like here, I guess even women go through this. Here, let me go back. See, as much as these artificial. See what these are. A friend helped me with. We were guessing what Michaela was using, but I think he was off. So anyway, so my BMI turned out to be 31, and that's about 204 pounds. And I know exactly where it is. It's right here. So I need to get it down to my target weight of 160, 170 pounds. And that's at least closer. I think I could pass better. And female presentation. I also want to say my face still has masculine features. Oh, I forgot to mention this amazing person right here. And that ties in with what I'm about to say, right? Excuse me. This person here, whose name I forget right at the moment, he wanted to sing. He tended to sing in a higher pitch. This is like the early 90s. He tended to sing in a higher pitch, and he wasn't getting gigs. So they were going to women. So, women sell beer, or women put butts in seats. So, right? So from what I read, somebody offered him the chance. Oh, Gray Phillips is the name that he went by. I won't disclose. I know what his real name is, but I'll mention Gray Phillips. So he went on from what I read, these producers offered him a Tootsie-like experience where he would dress as a woman and sing in his normal voice, and he would get more, and he certainly got more gigs. Wow. He got on Donahue, he got on Sally Jesse Raphael, and Montel Williams, and dressed as a woman. And he's pretty convincing, as you can tell. So that's what impressed me. And so I was thinking, my voice pitch practices that I would do driving into work and when nobody's around to listen, that involves the same kinds of techniques that a singer does. And I had written poetry before, remember? And I really liked it. I was very expressive. And I think, now this is going by stereotypes, okay? But I think I am deeper and more emotive and not afraid so much in terms of the typical guy to express myself and understand my feelings. So I thought, what about composing music? So if he could do it, it'd be a big thrill. If you could do it as a guy, if I could do it in my normal guy form, that's one thing. If I could pull it off, and right now, I've got a regular job, hopefully we'll get a good job soon. I'm working on that. As a side gig, if I could pull something like this off, I would learn much more about music composition, first of all, and I would be able to express myself and, well, express myself in various ways. I wanted to be a screenwriter. I wanted to write for film, but that's really going nowhere. And if I can compose music, if I could perform, see, that's where the other nightclub thing comes into play. There are two nightclubs nearby. One of them I've gone to, and that's the one that's queer friendly. And so I thought that would be a good training ground. If I can't sing, maybe I could get by. I'm confident, I could certainly write the music. And I've been doing that. I designed what I would like my identity to be. Might be Samantha, might go by another stage name. I would go with 80s. I love 80s music. And it would be kind of 80s retro. That would be my signature. I would dress in 80s clothing. And I would put out optimistic 80s, not just cliche 80s, but actual authentically sounding 80s music. And so I thought maybe I could perform or at least speak it on stage and just see how the audience reacts. So what have I worked on? Well, I came up with four concept albums. I started off with a romantic concept album, and I came up with a fantasy romantic fantasy, Judaism because I'm Jewish, and what was the other one? I'll think of it in a moment. But I came up with four concept albums and about 4 songs so far for each album. And I need to fill it off with another 6 to make an even 10 per album. Oh, yes. The first concept album I came up with was romantic because, of course, women and romance. And then I thought of reflection. I thought that could go with a woman singing, right? Very reflective. And the next one I thought of was fantasy or Judaism, one or the other. Anyway, those are the 4. So what do I need to still work on? Okay, so overall, I need to work on my feminine mannerisms. I need to work on my voice. And I think I still need to, what do you think? I still think I look too masculine. And I need to figure out the 10 albums, right? I think I need to figure out a better stage name. I'll go maybe with Samantha. I've already created a Twitch account. I understand better how to create another YouTube channel. So I'll have another one for Samantha or whatever name I pick. Samantha Ariel, because I like Ariel, the sound of Ariel. Something. I need to create a slew of websites, a slew of accounts on like YouTube and Facebook and so forth. And I need to create an email, a Google account email. I've always also looked at a kind of razor. It's not a razor. I don't want to keep shaving, so there's a light. I forget what it's called. It's basically a device that you hold against your skin, and over time it reduces the amount of hair growth on your skin. And I wouldn't mind less hair growth personally, but I think it would help cut down the time to get into this. So I think that's it. Thank you very much for being patient and watching the whole video if you've made it this far. And I look forward to doing this again. I created a Twitch account, so as Samantha, I think it's Samantha. I was going by Samantha Shakina, and then I discovered there's another singer by Shakina, so by the name of Shakina, so that name is out. But I do still like the name Samantha, and it sounds normal. There are a lot of singers, both men and women, who go by their own names. So I just have to come up with the last name. So I'm glad, I hope you like this video. I hope you click like if you did like this video, and consider subscribing. I don't just put out cross-dressing videos. This is a special occasion. Hopefully not the only one. I've created them in the past, and I've privatized a lot of them. But I want to do this again. And again, I hope you don't get the wrong idea. For me, it's cosplay. I say totally cosplay. It involves my artistic ability. It involves my curiosity, my sense of adventure, my sense of, can I be able to pull it off? You know, the illusion. And just becoming more observant of how women, their mannerisms are, how they speak, the little things too. All right, so I normally put out creative material on this channel and introspective material, understanding myself, and as I understand myself better, I hope you do the same too. So until next time, oh, and don't forget, if you do like this content, please consider subscribing. All right, until next time, so long. Hope you have a happy Halloween. Bye. Oops, I almost forgot. I need to create a bio for my Samantha self, and I need to learn how to do photo shots better. I'm getting a little bit better. I want to get a professional. I want to have these publicity photos done well. All right, I'll let you get going. Bye. If you like this video, don't forget to click the like button. If you want to catch more content, please subscribe, and thank you for watching.